lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. The gain's an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend.
Yo, Okay. I don't know what's happening. Let me know if there's anybody watching. Can you guys hear me? Can you me or you hear me? Am I clear? Is everything fine? Because I am not really sure. Am I buffering? Is something wrong? Okay. I don't know what's wrong. It looks like something's going on, and I am freezing on my end. Is everything all right with the? Okay, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, now, as you guys seen the titles and seen the thumbnail, this stream is basically, I'm hoping to have on a group of panelists and guests to come on, express their thoughts. Oh, the video is lagging. Okay, no, it's fine. All right. Fantastic. Oh yeah, it's still lagging on my end. Um, anyways, let's go forward. There's gonna always have these issues. These issues will always pop up. But I mean, unfortunately, I'm gonna try to go forward with this. This things is I can understand that it's lagging, and I think probably that is why it was lagging. Oh really? Deals with a face reveal. I see.
Big up,
All
man.
right, so I'm gonna add deals in.
Big up, TY.
Add
You
deals
right?
in.
You right, TY?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Big up to you, Rodrigo. I see you. I see you in the chat. Big up to you, Chelsea Perspective. Big up, Oma. I'm assuming you're a new viewer as well. So massive thanks to you and respect. I hope you're a subscriber. I hope you took the time to subscribe. Really appreciate that. And yeah, please excuse my bad lighting. Obviously, it's a bit dark for me, so you have to understand that. But anyways, I'm happy very funny. Very funny to YouTube's perspective. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm bringing on this because he's of Jamaican descent. I'm of Jamaican descent as well. I mean, Raheem Sterling.
I don't look like it though. I don't look like it though. I don't look like it. But
Yeah, you
it's
don't. You
obviously,
don't sound
yeah,
like it. You don't sound like it
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I
Oh,
don't
I
sound.
see. Yeah, because listen. Show's perspective. I, my name is Ty. I get the first face reveal of deals. You can't beat it, man. Yeah, with the face reveal, man, you have to. This stream is too special for him not to show his face, man. Raheem Sterling is a Chelsea player, and it's fantastic. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Chelsea fans, for those who wanted him or who liked him or admired him, I'm pretty sure that they didn't expect when the window started or in June. That's when the news officially came out about him possibly joining. I know he's a Chelsea player. I'm pretty sure not many people are thinking that Raheem Sterling's gonna be leaving Man City, where he's gonna be guaranteed winning titles, winning domestic trophies, coming to Chelsea who are in a rebuilding process. But I think based on what I've heard him say in terms of the videos that they've made, those little clips, is that he's ready to make history. And I mean, he's already made history if you think about it. I mean, some people disagree, some people. Oh, how big is Sterling in Jamaica? Oh, you best believe he's a big player. He's very big, man. He's an inspiration to a lot of young footballers. They whenever he comes to Jamaica, because obviously he was born in Jamaica, then he moved. I don't want to go through his whole life story and everything because if I go through, it's gonna be too sad. It's gonna be very heartwarming, yes. But I mean, he's a very big person in it. Him and Leon Bailey, those two are one of the
Yeah,
most popular ones that actually made it, in top flight football. I mean, Raheem Sterling is a player that has won trophies. I've seen the stats, and I believe it's 11 trophies. That is mad. But forgive me, I'm about to cough, so deals step in.
so basically, yeah, I'm excited about the Sterling
Sorry.
news. We should be excited because he's won things that's Man City, yeah, and he's done stuff in England. So he's a very good it's good for us for getting him. It's good. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I was muted because I was coughing and I didn't
Okay,
want to cough while you're talking.
okay. But yeah, I think what he brings to the table is like he brings the speed against the fence, against the opposition's defense. I think we're in good hands still. We're in good hands with
Mm.
Sterling. I think that we've got to be positive, and we've got to just look at the brighter side that Tuchel's getting his players now, and with the new ownership, yeah, Topoli's took out some Czech and Marina, and we know how it's TY.
No man, continue talking. I'm still here. I'm just doing something, so that's why I'm off. Don't worry, man. Just continue talking. I'll be back.
Yeah, that Marina's been gone, and it's a bit mad that the fact that they've been gone, but it's what Todd Bowley's bringing to the table. He's bringing his people in, and we're gonna be successful. Like what I'm most interested in is the fact that Tuchel's getting his players, and the fact that now we're under a new era. We've got something to look forward to, and we got something to be excited about. Like before, yeah, we wasn't getting no, like in the start of the window, we was worrying, but now we don't. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah. That's well said, and that's true. I mean, for me, I jumped the gun in terms of everything.
Yeah,
People are panicking, and for those who are here from Joe's perspective, you'll know that he'll say things like, don't jump on the panic bus, or I'm not quoting word for word, but that's basically the message he's trying to send. And for me, I do think that in terms of in terms of everything, and obviously we were behind in terms of when we could sign players, and when we could discuss with clubs, because of fortunate circumstances. But I jumped the gun. I was saying that people need to be relaxed. We're gonna make signings. We're going to be talking to players, and I mean, people wanted to see news like, oh, Chelsea are talking to this player, but I prefer the deals that are secretive. And I mean, the targets that we're going after now is people that we know were linked to the club. But I mean, like Kulabali, who looks like he's on the verge of being the second signing after Raheem Sterling. It's something that I've been trying to say that, let's do things secretively instead of the media knowing everything and the media spreading this and things like that. The Kulabali news came out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure people were like, the Lit is the main target, and then if we can't get it, then it's going to be Kulabali. I think the club have probably given up on trying to get the Lit. So I believe in that sense, they're looking at it in a way to say that, Kulabali is a player that has leadership. He would bring that leadership to the team. Silva has it. You bring him in. He adds that leadership that you have in the back line, and he's an aggressive player. And for me, he's an ideal replacement for Rudiger, and probably an improvement. Because we've seen Rudiger. I mean, Rudiger is a good defender, and he always was a good defender. But obviously, under Tuchel, he got a new breath of fresh air, where it was a sense where he was backed, he was trusted by the manager, and he expressed the aggressive side of him. But Kulabali, we've seen, unfortunately, I'm not like Chelsea's perspective, who can show a video of Kulabali literally pushing his teammate into position to mark Mbappe, to put pressure on him, to reduce the likelihood I can make a pass that can lead to a goal for PSG at that time. But for me, I think he has that ability as well. And I'm going off topic because I don't know what I'm talking about Kulabali, and this stream is about Raheem Sterling. But this is what happens when they do stream. You tend to speak off topic. But coming back to the Raheem Sterling thing, and the coolest Chelsea is asking you deals. How do you feel about the signing of Raheem Sterling?
I feel confident that he's coming into a Chelsea side that Tuchel's really run things with already. He's been in finals with already. So he knows what the feels like of winning as well with Man City. So I feel that him coming to Chelsea squad is boosting up the squad. It's hyping up the squad as well. You've seen him training already. You've seen how the vibes like. It's positive. Everyone's smiling. Like it's good vibes. It's very good vibes at the moment. Everyone's smiling. Like everyone's happy. Like like a few players like Colwell and all, they might not be happy because he might not be getting game time because new defenders will be coming in. But we'll talk about that later. But Sterling is happy, and he's glad to be a Chelsea player, and that's what the most important thing is, I feel very happy that he's a Chelsea player. I feel that he's coming back to Chelsea. He's coming back to the London where he belongs. Remember, he's from London. He's not from Manchester. He's not from Liverpool. He's back in London and he's back to do business. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming that I'm okay. Cool. The coolest shows has questions. Thank you, man. Because I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you guys. I don't like to be dishonest. I
Mm,
did this stream out of adrenaline. I was so intense. I was so happy. I couldn't do it
mm.
yesterday, so I decided to do it. But the coolest shows has come with the questions that I did not come with, and he's asking these questions. What are your expectations? I'm gonna let Dio start, and then I'm gonna give my expectations for him as well.
My expectations is for him to come in and score roughly. I'm looking at his stats at Man City. The most stats I'm looking at is the 18 goal mark. That's what mark I'm looking at.
In all
Really,
competitions,
in all competitions, I think he can do that. I think he can do that.
that's doable. That's doable.
Yeah, because the way he played at Liverpool is different the way he played at Man City. Whereas 18 goals at mark at Man City, I reckon he can do that at Chelsea. I reckon
Mm.
that's the mark I'm expecting at the moment.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, for me, they didn't really mention this, but I'm gonna mention this. What I expect from him is that he's gonna be that leader because he's 27. If I'm
Mm.
not sure if he's gonna be 28 this year or next year, but he's 27. He's been in the game for a while,
Yeah.
so that is always a positive. So yeah, in a sense, I do have an expectation that he'll come in, and I mean we've heard Raheem, Reece James has said it himself, Kademos Nodora said it himself, Mason Moda said it himself, that he is a role model for the younger players, that play for England, and especially the under 19, and the teams like that. He is an example. He is a leader. He's underappreciated. Anybody that speaks about him can never say that, oh, he has an ego issue. He's too arrogant. You don't hear that about him. He's quiet. He's a modest guy. He's supportive, and those are the type of personalities that you need at a club. So I'm expecting him to bring good vibes, and we've seen that. Deals mentioned it. We're seeing clips, everybody laughing and celebrating, and Tuchel express. You can see how happy Tuchel is that he got his first signing, a player that he wanted, a player that he was pushing for, a player that he was hoping to get. And people will have their split opinions to say that, oh, we're getting a Man City reject, we're going after reject. But let me say this: it's not a case where he's a reject because Pep wanted to keep him. The situation is that they're going for they're trying to get players in. Obviously, I think Grealish is 23, 24, so he's not young. But I mean, they're going for players that in a couple of years when Sterling hits 30, or Gundogan is already 30, KDB is 30, Bernardo Silva is close to 30, Maris is close to 30. They're going for younger players as well. Foden, he's still young. I think he's 21 now or 22. I don't
Grealish
really.
is the same age. Grealish is the same age as him. You know that, right?
Really? Who?
Grealish,
Is the same age as who?
Sterling.
Really? He is.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It's the same age, same age, same
Wow.
age. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's I guess that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and for me to complete my thought about the expectations, I think you said 18. I'm gonna go with a more modest one, and I'm gonna say 15. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say 15. I mean, if he goes over that, then that's fantastic. Happy days, it will be good.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say 15 goals because I mean it all comes down to creativity. I mean we know that he can create his own chances and everything. So yes, and I mean I'm gonna see what Chelsea's perspective says. He says Sterling will feel at home at Chelsea and will exceed expectations. I think so. I really do think so. I really do think so. And he's also saying, except for the diving issues, Sterling is a great. Yeah. And I mean, when the way I look at it, and I've seen this meme as well, that when next season starts and Sterling is doing his dives and it pays off and we get a penalty and we score. I'm just gonna be like the Chelsea fan, just sitting back and go on streams and people are like, oh, he should not have been a penalty. Sterling, and I'm gonna be able to laugh because I've seen in some cases where he used to dive against Chelsea and try to win penalties and everything. But I mean, and this is something seen about Chelsea and him against Chelsea. I can remember the game. I think we came from behind and 1-1. Right before the Champions League final. I can remember Aguero. Aguero was had a chance to score a goal, and something that I really liked about what Sterling did is that he took the goal from Aguero. He just stepped up and he Aguero miscontrolled it. He had a heavy touch, and then Sterling took the chance and just kicked it right past Mendy. That is an attitude that I like. If he's on a goal, Joe, he was on a goal, Joe. he'll try to find the best thing. He won't be too desperate for it. But when he sees the opportunity, he'll come into the box at the right time. So for me, the expectation is that he's gonna have that type of attitude. Because we do have timing issues. We'll see that Lukaku, when Lukaku is there, he would be sliding in to try to get a touch on it. But with Sterling, a lot of people will say that his goals come from close range. So that means that a little tapping here, a little go hands and everything. Yeah, let me just finish this news and I'll let you see. In terms of that, I do think that that's something that I can expect from him. But yeah, I mean, Sterling is a great professional, like I was saying, like Cho's perspective has said, and I just feel excited about the coolest shows he's saying as well. So what do you have to say, Dios? What were you gonna say?
What do you think Sterling's main weakness is?
Oh, I was. Wait. By the way, I'm the host, and you're asking me questions. That's weird. That's weird. But the thing is, for me, I do think that maybe one of his weaknesses is that sometimes, although he can score goals, sometimes his decision making is a bit off. Sometimes he will have the ball for too long. He'll hold on to the ball for quite too long. But I don't really think that weakness will probably remain for too long, because we know that Tuchel's not a manager that likes his players to be holding on to the ball for too long. It may be like 1-2 touches here, you make a pass here, then make a pass back to that person. And then you make some passes there, and so it's not like he can, he tries to dribble past, but he try to do some skills to try to get past players. But at the end of the day, I think that weakness of him, sometimes he'll overdo things. He'll try to get past players, try to go into the box, try to create for himself, and that's fine. You like players who try to create for themselves, but sometimes it's best to make a little pass here, try to get into the box, let it be created, and from an overlapping pass across, a little long pass here, and you try to score a goal. But I do think that with Sterling and and everything, I think that weakness probably goes away. There may be other weaknesses, but for me, I don't really see like any standing weaknesses that we need to be highlighted. I don't know if you have any other weakness you want to mention, News, or if anybody in the chat wants to say anything about.
I keep on hearing the words that Sterling ain't creative. Can we get to this, please? Because I keep on hearing this. I keep on hearing this, and I keep on hearing that he's a goal scorer winger more than a creative. I wanna get to this part, because I feel that he can play that side of look at England. When he plays for England, he is creative for England as well. So when people say creative, he's not a creative player, I don't believe that. I think he can bring that game to him, and I think Tuchel will fix him up a little bit on that side of his game. That's what I reckon.
Yeah, and this thing I've heard it. I've heard this thing about he's not creative. But let me just say this: when he was at Liverpool, when he started off initially at QPR and everything, he was a creative winger. He was a creative attacking midfielder, integrated into becoming a winger. He was a creative player, and we know that attacking midfielders have to have creativity. And I want to go off topic a bit and speak about Grealish in terms of what Man City signed him for, and play him as a winger. And I think probably that is what Pep is trying to do. Bring him in, try to integrate him in as a winger.
But he's not that player. He's not that player.
Exactly. He's not that player. He's an attacking midfielder. And I think the situation is that we're seeing him struggle. And playing him as a false nine, it's not like Mason Mount, where Mason Mount has that attacking side of him and that defensive side of him where he's able to get into the box and do things. Grealish, most of his time at Aston Villa has been with him, trying to, in terms of trying to create from midfield. He's more the advanced midfielder in that position, advanced playmaker. He tries to create the play and try to create chances, and that's why at Aston Villa he was the main man, and even right now they're trying to find out a replacement for him. Obviously, people look at Leon Bailey as a replacement for him, but I mean Leon Bailey is more of a winger. He's not an attacking midfielder, so I don't really see that as a replacement per se. But for me, I do think that the narrative that he's not creative is not true. I mean, you can look at his assists. Obviously, his assist stats has dropped over the years, but he has had. I don't know if you can pull up the stats for him. I really can't do it from my end, because obviously I'm using a laptop and my streamer freezes a lot. But I can probably you can speak and I'll look it up and I'll probably read it. So Deals, what do you have to say about that though? What do you I know you spoke about if you think he's creative, but What do you think about the about in terms of, do you think that he can add that as that creative side of him into the situation as well? Or
Yeah, I think so. I think so because if you look at Tuchel, he fixes players, but with the attacking side of things, it's not been great last season. You're forgetting this. Like last season, it wasn't great. Yeah, attacking side of things. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if Tuchel fixes Sterling up with the assists, maybe because we're getting new players in as well, so it's gonna be interesting to see what Tuchel's ideas. He's got a plan, sure, 100%. He's got a plan for Sterling, 100%. There's a plan,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be a B plan, and there's gonna be a you know what I mean. So I feel that with Tuchel, I feel that Tuchel's gonna obviously fix him up with that expectation of that side of his game, basically. I reckon.
Oh, okay. So I've actually brought up the I've actually brought up the stats. It's not going to be shown on the screen, but I'm going to read it. So people are going to have to use their listening skills for this. So basically, I'm looking at the Premier League first of all, and his best season, based on what I'm seeing here, is the 2017-2018 season where he played 33 matches. That obviously that doesn't mean that he started all 33. It means that he may have had some appearances. But look, based on the stats, he scored 18 goals and 11 assists. So for people who are obsessed with goal and assist stats, GA, that is 29 goals and assists in 33 appearances in the Premier League. That in itself answers the question: is he not creative? Because he is. And I mean, I want to bring up the Euros, for example. He played an integral role.
Yes.
He played an integral role in terms of the goals. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the goal that was scored in the Euros final, wasn't he the one that made that pass to Luke Shaw?
Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah,
So that is the thing. So he has that creative side of him. So we can all say that Raheem Sterling, before Harry Kane picked up his scoring boots, he was the one that was integral in terms of England, not Euros. England going through the Euros. I know, progressing, eventually. And I'm pretty sure I think he scored 3 goals in 5 games or something. I don't remember the stats entirely for it. But I do know that he has that creativity. So people say that he's not creative. I believe he is. And I think that, we need creative players. Because, I mean, yes, he needs somebody who can create for him. People say that we need a David Silva. I don't think we need a David Silva because we never had one. Man City need a David Silva because they had one. We need someone like a Fabregas. And I mean, ironically, Fabregas is actually available.
They keep on saying that we need the talk around the town is that we need a striker for Sterling. Do you believe that?
It depends on the profile of striker, because you can have different type of strikers that actually can. I mean, Harry Kane. I would say Harry Kane is a target man, but I think under the management of Jose Mourinho, people, I can remember the times that they laughed at him and say, "Oh, what is Jose doing? He's not a midfielder. Why is he playing him so deep?" And now Spurs are benefiting from Jose Mourinho forcing him to be creative like that. Because now what we're seeing is that he's creating not only for himself, but he also creates for Son. Obviously, when Bergwijn was there, he probably would create for him on a little while. Lucas Moura, I think he's left as well. We've seen that he has that creativity. So I think maybe if you have a profile like a Harry Kane who can score goals, who's clinical, and also create, maybe that type of striker, as in like a traditional number 9, like Chelsea perspective would say. I don't know, because I don't think Tuchel's ever, like to use those players. I mean, I can look back at Dortmund days, even Mainz. I can't remember the Mainz striker, but he was not a traditional number 9. He was someone who could create. He was like a wide forward sometimes. I mean Pedro. Pedro is a wide forward. Pedro probably would have been like that profile. Someone like a Pedro could probably benefit the team because he's not a striker by trade, but he's like a winger / inside forward. I do think a striker probably would benefit us because I think people may look at Raheem Sterling as a false 9 player or someone who should be adding 20 goals a season and things like that. No, I think he's in. But I think people will say that For me, I
Mm.
would say he is an improvement per
Yeah,
se in terms of what we have in
100%.
the action. Because we've
Yeah,
scored 5 goals in the Premier League, 6 goals in the Premier League, 10 goals
yeah.
in the Premier League, 8 goals. That's not impressive if you want to win the league. And I
Mm.
mean, yes, you can say Man City won the league,
Mm.
using a false nine system, and them not having somebody just scoring most of the goals in terms of that. Because I can remember when they won, not last season, but in the 2020-2021 season, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Gundogan was their highest goal scorer in the Premier League. But that is not a striker, and they had strikers because Aguero was still there, but I think he had this little injury crisis here and
Yeah.
everything. They had Jesus, who's a wide forward who sometimes used as a general forward. But I do think that I don't really think like a traditional number nine is the player that we need. But I would say that maybe like a player who can actually do things like a maybe as a false nine type of player like a Mbappe, who's a general forward. Mbappe
Mm.
goes wide, comes central, right to left, right to left, left to right. And I think Cavani was at the club at PSG. He was not a player that was really ideal to Tuchel's plans. He did work
Yeah.
quite well because Cavani can play in like a two-man striker role. We saw that at Man United, for example. He can do that, and I think he adds that creative prowess. But I do think that probably like a traditional number nine wouldn't suit it. Maybe someone who can add creativity, who can look as a false nine type of player, because I think that Havertz needs to be playing in his best position.
Yeah.
By the way, big up to you, CFC Fahim. Big up to you, Joseph Viola, and thanks to you guys for coming in. But Deals, what do you think about the situation? Do you think now he could probably get back to his best season in that sense?
Who? Sterling.
Yeah, because his best season was 2017, 2018, based on what I'm looking at in terms of stats.
I think that possibly, but we need a like if say for instance we have a midfielder that's gonna give him the balls, direct balls. I reckon it could work out in that aspect. But we do need a DM, and with like if you're looking at the best what he's been at Man City, he's had the likes of De Bruyne, he's had the likes of world class players, and we've got world class players as well. So
Yeah.
like he's not like he's going to an Arsenal. It's not like he's going to a Tottenham and ain't got world class players like us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, that's spot on. That is 100% spot on. Yeah, I mean, does anybody have any other questions they want to ask regarding Sterling? Because I think we probably covered the basics. But what do you guys think? CFC Fahim, if you're still there, choice perspective. What are your thoughts as well? I know character limits in terms of typing, but what is your thoughts? Because I think me and Deals have probably discussed the basics, try to outline what he may bring, because that's the point of this stream. We welcome Raheem Sterling. He's the first Jamaican born. Every time I say this, it makes me smile because and I think he said this himself. I'm gonna quickly go off topic again. In terms of Raheem Sterling, he's Jamaican by birth, and whenever he comes to visit Jamaica, he always says that he hopes, and even Leon Bailey says this as well. He hopes that that there'll be a wider scope in terms of seeing these players that are actually good. I mean, Jamaicans have quality footballers.
And
But
what you got to realize as well, he's with Reece James, Mason Mount, all the English players as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what link up plays, how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because he was saying that Chelsea in itself is a team that is big in terms of that. And yes, we've had players who have Jamaican descent. I know Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he has Jamaican descent.
Yeah.
Louis Baker, Jamaican descent. I think Frank Sinclair is Jamaican descent. He played for Jamaica at international level, but he was actually born in England. So that I'm not saying that he's the first Jamaican player. I mean, like a Jamaican born player. He's legally an English player, as equal as he is as a Jamaican legal, nationality in terms of that. But I'm seeing that the coolest shows has said that my thoughts about, let me see, give me some minute. Yeah, my thoughts about Sterling: he will do well for our club and he will improve us a lot. I'm happy. Yeah, that I can agree with that. I can understand that. And CFC for him is saying that I think Sterling can become the main man for Chelsea. He's got the experience, the talent, and mentality. 100%. And this was the mentality part of it. This is what I'm saying. He's not like he's not like those players like a Werner. Because I'm not taking a dig at Werner. But
Yeah,
some players are affected mentally if they're not scoring goals.
yeah.
Everyone understand that. It just shows how much he cares about scoring. And that's fine. But with Raheem Sterling, his head doesn't drop if he's on a goal job. He tries to get a goal as soon as possible, but he doesn't rush it. He times it at the right time and the committee is like, oh, he gets the goal that he's been wanting. He hasn't scored in such and such games, but no, he's done this, and the mentality that he has. I'm still waiting to watch the his first training in full because I haven't seen it yet. I think they put it up on YouTube, so I'm gonna watch that off the stream.
Do you think
But
he will start the first preseason game or no?
I'm not sure. He could. I think Tuchel, but I think it would be one. It would be wonderful if he came off the bench,
Yeah.
and
That's what
and
I
everybody
agree.
just applauding him. We
Yeah.
give the younger players a chance, and then he comes on, and then
Has
he
his
gets.
shirt number out yet? Is his shirt number out yet? Is his shirt number out yet?
For, as long as I know, if anybody knows, in the chat, I don't
Yeah.
think it is, but I think eventually. Harvey Thomas, welcome. Is this Harvey Thomas though? In the stream before. I have serious trust issues. Harvey, nobody's gonna see you. I'm the only one who's gonna see you. So could you turn on your camera just for 2 seconds so I can see if it's actually you? That's it. You don't need to have it on after that. You can turn it off after that. I
With
just want to ensure that. All right. All right. Thank you. You don't need to have your camera on. I'm gonna add you in. You don't need to add your camera on. That's fine. I just want to ensure that it's actually a person and not somebody who is us. Because for those people who've been a supporter of the channel for a long time, they will know that this channel in particular was taken down because of an unfortunate incident. Someone came on and show themselves. I don't want to go through all of it, but for those who've been subscribed to the channel for a while, they know that I will have some sort of trust issues right now because I'm worried, and that's why I wanted to have like a free chat in the past, but since due to circumstances and my fear of that someone will come on, and show something that's inappropriate, I have to take a safer road and check each person, send a link privately to these people, and trust them that they don't send it to anybody else without me knowing. So Harvey, welcome to the stream, and it's nice to officially meet you. We spoke on Twitter in the past and everything, but I mean, it's wonderful, to have you on the stream, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. I hope you're doing well as well.
I'm good, doing well. How are you guys today?
I am doing wonderful, and I don't know about Deals. What do you think, Deals? How about you? You're muted, Deals. You're muted.
Yeah, I'm good still. I'm blessed.
Mm.
Good. Looking forward to it.
So what do we all think about the kulabali deal then?
I feel
Yeah.
Go on,
Yeah.
T1. Go on, T1.
Nah, man. The kulabali. I mean, I'm not up to date in terms of the kulabali deal. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I know that it said that he did a medical, it's done, and he's gonna be flying to the US to join up with the team. But I mean, the only opinion I can probably give, obviously, I think we've probably spoken about Sterling enough. We can probably drift onto kulabali now.
Yeah.
For me, I think kulabali, in a sense, it's a case where, for me at least, it was good because I think people were saying that the Kulabali news, the reports have died down. The thoughts about him has happened. But
Yeah, I was reading that if we weren't going to go for him, I think Barcelona would have picked him as well.
Yeah.
Barcelona. I don't know how Barcelona are even affording players as well. Like, just to add that point in. Like,
Barcelona, different story, man. I don't really want to talk about.
Yeah. I don't.
Definitely.
If you speak about Barcelona, we're gonna be talking for hours.
Sterling.
What's our opinion as well on the home shirt, the home kit?
I like it still.
Have you pre-ordered it? Have you bought it yet, guys?
Yeah, I bought.
Not me, because I do have money.
It's coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
Come-
mine was meant to come today, but it was delayed for some reason in the post.
What's your take on Sterling?
Sterling, I think he's going to be a good signing. To be fair, like if you think about the situation, like we've got a Premier League proven winner, and we've got somebody who knows Pep's system.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
why? Like I don't understand the negativity around him.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
He's one of those players that you could see helping like players like Mason Mount and Christian Pulisic to be
Mm.
more clinical
yeah,
with their shooting.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So to me, in my opinion, it's a perfect deal.
Yeah.
Like for 45 million for somebody that's still in his 20s, it's mad.
Mm.
I would have thought City would have wanted 60 million for
Yeah.
him, 60, 70 million, even though he's at how many years out
Yeah,
from his finishing his contract. Like 60 million in my opinion, would have been an amazing deal for Sterling,
Yeah.
for City. But I can't believe we got him for 45. To be honest.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Letting on the history he's got at Man City. And I want to ask you a question. Do you think we're getting the better
I'm gonna do
Man
something
City?
quickly, deals. So keep talking. I'll be back. I'm still here. I'll be listening, but I'm gonna do something. So I'll turn my camera off. I'll be back.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Do you think we've got the best Man City winger?
Yes, I think so. In a way, like Mahrez, I don't understand the hype around him. To be honest,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Sterling,
mm,
he has his off moments, but when he's in form, like scoring goals, creating chances, he's
yeah,
unstoppable. I don't understand how
yeah,
he isn't wasn't in their squad like full time.
yeah, yeah. See the midfield. See the midfield and have and the number 10 role. Do you reckon we're gonna like with the situation? There's a chat that about apparently we need a creator for Sterling.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Yes, I do believe that, but I don't think we'll be doing anything in the midfield slash defensive midfield
Yeah,
position this summer. Like
yeah,
if we were to do anything, it would only be Declan Rice. But West Ham are obviously off wanting 150 million plus.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So what do you think? What do you think Sterling weaknesses are?
Sterling's weaknesses, I think, it could be the fact that he could be beaten
Mm.
off the ball quite easily.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he doesn't seem to be physically strong to keep the ball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel that, yeah, as well. Like I think it's his strength because he's a small guy. You remember this? He's a small guy.
Yeah, yeah,
He's not a tall guy. So with him running up to the, but he will run at defenders, and he is very fast. So I feel that with his pace and stuff, I feel that he's a sort of player that will run at defenders and he will get chances. And when he does get chances, he will finish them. But like at the chances when he had at England. Like when I think recently when England recently played, he missed a chance, and
yeah.
everybody was very on about it. And what's your take on that?
I think personally, every player makes mistakes
Yeah,
and misses their chances,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that's natural to be, of a human being.
yeah,
Like you could make a mistake one day, and then the next day you could be, oh, I'll fix that mistake, and I
yeah,
can build on that
yeah,
sort of
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. So with Sterling coming in, where do you see him playing the most, the right or the left?
I would like him to play in his preferred position. To be honest, like I
Yeah,
don't want Tuchel to mess him about and put him in the wrong position.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
at the end of the day, like he needs to play in his natural position and to get the best out of him. It's
yeah,
similar with Pulisic as well. Like he needs to
yeah.
play in his natural position, but sometimes if you see Tuchel puts him in the other spot that he's not confident about.
Well, I only think he put Pulisic there because it's what we had at the time. You're forgetting this. You're forgetting
Yeah,
Tuchel put Pulisic in the wrong positions at the time because it's only what we had at the time. You're forgetting
yeah,
there's certain areas that we didn't have, isn't it, Ty?
I think personally we've got
Yeah.
we're going to try and build squad depth similar to City and Liverpool, like that.
Yeah.
We've got enough players in each position to
Yeah.
to compete in all competitions / all trophies.
Yeah, yeah. So where do you see Sterling the most? Or how many goals do you reckon he will get?
I'm going to be reasonable here, maybe 15 to 20.
Okay.
Like 15 to 20 seems to be a reasonable estimation in my opinion.
Yeah.
If he gets more, then bonus.
Yeah.
But it'll take him a season to get
Yeah.
used to Tuchel's system and how Tuchel plays
Yeah.
and all
Yeah.
that, and how
Yeah.
our squad plays.
Do you
He's
think
played
Tuchel changes to a back four to suit Sterling, or do you think he he keeps to the back three?
I think if he's getting in defenders, I think he might be experimenting with a back four.
Yeah.
For in pre-season, if he gets the defenders in that he wants, he'll be experimenting with with a back four.
Yeah.
But if we don't get like the Ake and Kempembe, I think he might stick with a back three.
Yeah.
To try and mitigate the loss of that extra defender.
Yeah. So I keep on hearing about Sterling being in a false nine. That was rumored a while ago, and I don't want to see that happen. I really don't.
A false nine to me is a bit old fashioned in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you don't see many teams doing a false nine and get success. It's either a back four or back three, potentially even a back five if you're that much of a defensive coach.
Yeah.
But I think personally, what Tuchel should do is keep the 3-4-3 and then add the 4-3-3 formation like as a backup, as like a backup option in the game.
Yeah. No, for real. Tobago.
Yes, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
And what's your thoughts on Sterling?
To be honest, yeah, Ty talks no
Were you hearing him?
Yeah. TY?
You hearing him?
Can
Were
you
you
hear
hearing
me?
him?
Yeah, I am.
I wasn't hearing him, but you were hearing him.
We can all hear each other.
Oh, okay. I wasn't hearing Tobago. Yeah, I can hear you, Harvey. And yes, I wanted to highlight something that Cho's perspective has just said. Deals is very good at hosting shows, man. He just stepped in quite well for me while I was away, and he had a lot of questions and
Thank you,
kudos to him.
Chelsea Perspective. Thank you.
Yeah, he's really good at it.
Yeah, thank you, Ty.
Yeah. So
Can you hear me now?
Can I ask your thoughts on any other potential incomings? Like who do you guys want to see coming into Chelsea? And
I want to see
positions?
Gnabry come in. If you're asking me, because I feel that we need a right side player as well coming in with Sterling. This is the thing. No, hey, TY.
I disagree. Listen. There's a reason why I'm saying no. There is reports now that he's close to extending with Bayern Munich.
Do you believe
I
that
think
though? I believe it when I see him hold up the shirt. That's what I believe.
I'm not saying he's gonna sign because contract extensions collapse all the time. It happens.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that right now the possibility he's hanging the balance because it could go either way. It could be that he extends or he doesn't extend and he gets a move. But
we need a right player on the side though, like with Sterling. Like that's what I feel like.
Yeah, but to be fair, I've read a report as well saying that Gnabry won't even consider Chelsea because of his Arsenal link.
That's a lie.
Well, was he valued at Arsenal? Did they value him?
No, he didn't even play
I
at
don't
Arsenal.
know, but
That is why to me that makes no sense. How can you? Okay.
It don't make sense. It don't. It really don't. I really don't believe that because if you look at his time at Arsenal, it wasn't a long time at Arsenal. So So you're telling me a player that wasn't there a long time is figuring on moving to Chelsea? Don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, it
Don't make
does.
sense.
But what about this guy that we're consistently getting linked to? This AC Milan guy, Leao.
Rafael Leao.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
are
I'm
our
seeing
thoughts
reports.
on him?
I'm seeing reports. I'm seeing reports that Tuchel has decided that he wants to go for him. The thing for me is the price, the release clause, the price. It's concerning for
Yep.
me.
Yep.
I think we could do it easily. Like if we do it similar to some of the past deals we've done, like maybe 60 million with certain add-ons / bonuses to the.
Remember they want Ziyech though. Remember that AC Milan want Ziyech, but they're not gonna
Yeah,
do it.
maybe we could do a player plus cash. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Ziyech looks like he's on the back burner though.
Huh?
yeah.
They look like they want. I don't remember the guy's name that they're going for because there's somebody else that they want. They're interested in Ziyech, but I think he's on the back burner per se, as if he's not really like a priority that they want to bring in. They want to bring him in, but like they have somebody else who they want to bring in first. So I think maybe it's on the back burner. You never know. They could just say that I'll just stick with this guy we just got, and Ziyech. We're sorry, you're a good player. We really like you, but we're just gonna stick with this player.
TY, could you bring up Sterling's stats?
I was saying this earlier. Is anybody using a laptop? Is everybody using their phone?
I'm just using my phone, so I
Oh.
can't see.
Yeah, I'm using my laptop for the stream, and whenever I try to share the thing on StreamYard, it glitches out and it kicks me off the stream. So that is why. Oh, that's unfortunate. I want to bring it up, but at the same, I'm gonna try. If it kicks me out, then one of you guys control the stream until I come back in. I'm gonna try to do it. So continue talking. Let me look up his stats. Tibago, by the way, what are your thoughts? What do you think his weaknesses are in Sterling? I'm asking those questions. So answer, Tibago. Welcome to the stream, by the way.
Okay. The weakness about Raheem Sterling, sometimes yes, he misses chances, but again, what I love about him, if he misses a chance, he won't give up. He'll try again just to try to make it up. So every player can miss chances. Big players can miss chances. So at the end of the day, what I love about him, he's so direct and he'll create a lot of chances for us. So overall, I'm happy about the signing of Raheem Sterling.
Like I was saying to Bogo, like I was saying to Deals, I think that the fact that we've got him for 45 million shows that we've actually got a good deal, a good price for him. Like he's in his late 20s,
Yeah.
but technically still in his 20s, I'm going to say. So 45 million for a player that has won the Premier League, won multiple FA Cups and Community Shields and whatnot. He deserves to come to Chelsea because I think we've got that European flair, if you know what I mean.
TY.
Let Harvey finish his point first.
Yeah, I got to go.
Yeah,
I got to go
are you hearing
quickly.
me?
I got to go to the toilet quickly. I'll be back.
But yeah, I think personally, 45 million for Sterling is just an absolute steal, an absolute bargain. Like I don't see anybody of his talent going for that price. So yeah, that's all I needed to say for Sterling.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
Okay, my stream. This is what I'm talking about. When I try to share something, my screen starts glitching out. So unfortunately, probably after this in the future. And yeah, I heard what you said. Deals. You have to leave in 20 minutes. You said that's fine. I don't want to do this for too long actually. So I mean that's completely fine.
Yep.
And hey, when you not say to be honest, Tibago, you're not. Where's your? Give me your ID, as Host Perspective would say. where's to be honest? You did not to be honest.
to be honest, Chelsea fans
There,
should be
there it
patient
is.
about Todd Boehly and the new owners. We've been saying a lot about this. Just be patient. Everything will be fine. And then
Yeah,
now Chelsea
Todd Boehly's cooking a very nice meal. Good food.
Yeah,
Good food. Very nice meal.
yeah.
and then guys, I've done a lot of research about Todd Boehly.
Mm.
And then like he was one of my preferred owners. So I'm happy he's here. And then it shows that he is dedicated to help the club. He's moving around with his jet or his private jet to all agents and stuff just to try to get to Chelsea signings. So I'm happy about it. So hopefully at the end of this transfer, only Chelsea fans will be happy about it. And then
Big up Chelsea perspective.
and then
Big up my bro. I think Liao will extend to AC Milan. To be fair, like I don't see us going in for a bid for him. Like isn't it something like 80 million euros they want for him?
80. That'll be generous. I think it's 90.
Oof. Well,
Yeah.
I think we need to seriously look at the competition for people on the left side. Is it we've got to need competition for?
Mm.
But
but
Yeah. Quick question though. I just want to share this question that Just Viola. I'm not sure if she's still here, but Just Viola shared this was asking this question. How do you stop? I think Tibago you answered the question, but Harvey, how do you stop? Oh, deals was left. Anyways, how do you stop Sterling from diving?
I can't. It's too funny. Honestly, I think that he can dive if it gets us a penalty.
exactly.
He can dive in the penalty box, but anywhere else, I think he'll need to sort of stand up and grow up a bit. But in the penalty box, I'd so allow it.
Mm.
Big up Chelsea perspective. He's one of my OGs. He is one of my OGs. But yeah, I think personally, to stop Sterling diving, I think we need to maybe work on his fouling ability to draw out fouls and whatnot.
Yeah, 100%. I just want to quickly add this question as well. See for him. Well, it's not a question. It's more of an opinion, like he says. In my opinion, that's what he says.
Yeah.
So do you agree with this? Do you think we need a right wing back more?
I think in my opinion, I think Reece James is doing so well, but on the other hand, I think we need to look for competition for him because it doesn't seem to be there. There doesn't seem to be much competition in that area of the squad. And Reece James could, no offense, but Reece James could dip in form and whatnot, and that form could really impact the squad going forward in whatever game or whatever month of the season we're in. Like you got to look at it that way.
Yeah. What do you think about it?
And then we all know in mind.
No. You did something wrong. Where are the 3 words, please?
To be honest.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, we all know who's the preferred or rumored right back or right wing back, Jonathan Klaus. So
yeah, I think we'll get him. To be fair, like 10 million euros is quite.
It's a bargain.
Bargain is an understatement.
Like I don't know whether we've actually made moves to sign him, or because last I checked, it had gone cold.
Mm.
We've went cold on him, and I think another couple of teams have moved in since. But going back to that question, what do we all think of the fact that we're actually making signings very quickly?
Yeah, I want to quickly answer this, and big up to you, Dexter S. And this was something I was gonna actually bring up. I was gonna bring up because, and the exact point at the beginning of that sentence, why not just get a player who can cover both? That is 100%. Because if reports are to be believed by what Mark Law said, that the next plan after getting in the other players in is to get a right wing back in as coverage for Reece James. But we cannot forget about Chilwell. Yes, we have Kennedy who is still trying to offload. We have Emerson. Alonso is still at the club until Barcelona and him get an agreement or something along those lines. But for me, Joachim, I may butcher his first name. Joachim Mihaly. He's Danish, and he's a good player, and I mean he can play on both sides. He's good defensively, and yeah, Atalanta asked for 18 to 20 million for. If we don't go for this, nah, man. If we can't get Jonathan Claus, then this is the guy that you should be going for. That is a bargain. You get that, practically this is the next Asti base.
I think personally we should get both Klaus and Mihaly. Like Mihaly can do both. So Klaus can be like the backup for the right wing back, and Mihaly could be the backup for Chilwell. We could do both. Why only stick to one player?
Heavy, but I don't think we're going to sell Alonso, Emerson, and Kennedy in the same window. But again, if you'll be able to sell them, that's a good option for us. And then what I love about Mihaly is that he knows the system. Atalanta plays this system. Even at Denmark, they play this system sometimes. So it's a win-win situation for us. So I was emphasizing about this. We need players that already know the system. We don't have to attract players that they don't know the system. Yes, we can get them, but again, it's a bonus for us getting players that knows the system. So,
Joachim, thank you very much, Dexter. And by the way, I know you, but I don't know if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for coming in as well. Thank you for joining the chat and adding in this wonderful. It's a good entrance actually. It's a good entrance. And COC for him is asking about Des. So, what do you guys think about Des? Do you think it's somebody we should?
No,
do you think a deal for Alonso Aspie?
No, I don't think so. No, because at the end of the day, if I don't have anything to positive to say about that. To be fair, like, do we actually need him? That's the main question. Do we actually need him in the squad? Do we have enough players in that position to warrant not needing him?
Yeah, thank you, Dexter X. Tibago, what do you have to say?
You know about Dest. To be honest, if you are going to do a sub deal with Barcelona, I'll take it because like Chelsea fans are tired of Alonso, so I'd rather have sub deal with Dest than keeping Alonso. And again, this guy is still young. He have a room for improvement. He's hungry because at Barcelona he didn't get that chance to play. So hopefully, if you get him, he'll get a chance to play when Reece James is resting. So again, we'll wait and see, man. But I love the kid.
Okay, I love this. You're open to Desk and Harvey's not open to him, and CFC for him agrees with you. So it's 2-1 for Harvey. I'm so sorry, Harvey, but I'm gonna give you some good news. I'm on your side as well, Harvey. So it's 2-2. So it's a draw here. It's a draw this time around. Me too. And Tibago and Fahim and Choice Perspective take back the lead. But yeah, I mean, I do agree with what Harvey's saying. Yeah, that's for me. I mean, that's do we really need him though? Is he the profile that we need? Would he be competition? Because I'm gonna see what his perspective says. Backup for me is not a word I like to hear because I think we misuse backup. Backup some
Yeah,
although in the world of football, backup is used for, oh, that's just somebody you have, if your first choice is not available, you just play them. But the quality has to be there. You need good depth, and that's what we didn't have. Aspi, and people want to say Aspi as a right wing back, but in all fairness to Aspi was not a right wing back under Conte. He was a right centre back who was covering and supporting Moses,
yeah,
who was actually a winger by trade that was transitioned into a wing back. I know, to give him that defensive assistance. So in all fairness, us going for Des, in a sense, it could seem as if he's good. He's a good player for America as well, and maybe that would develop the brand, for Todd Bowley. But is he? Do we actually need him as in terms of a competition? But yeah, seriously, for him is saying Miller. I'm not gonna say they. I don't want to butcher anybody's name because I hate mispronouncing people's name. But Mil, if what Dexter S said about
Yeah, it's Mela.
Mela,
Miller,
then
yeah, Miller.
Miller, okay, fantastic. CFC for him says that he'd rather that over Des, and I think it'll be cheaper. I think Des would probably be a bit more expensive compared to Mela, and I mean, in terms of that, the fact that, and I mean, I think Des can actually play on the left, but I mean, he's better on the right, and I don't think he does as good in terms of distribution on the left. So I think maybe Mela would probably be the more ideal option if there was any discussion. So yeah, so that is it. Does anybody else have any questions for us? Because I want this to be as interactive as possible. I know some people would have liked to join, but due to certain circumstances in terms of audio and everything, they can't join. So if you guys have any
Yes, I have a question. Yes.
is anything.
Yeah,
If
we got. If you've got any other questions, chat,
yes,
just put them in and let the streamer know to pop it up, because at the end of the day, the interactive streams are important for the growth of this channel and the guy running it. It's good to see the growth of such a good YouTube channel. So I want to also add for everybody to go like this stream and go and subscribe. Try and get the guy to, if he isn't under, if he's under 10k, let's get him to 10k.
Right. Yeah, that's optimistic. I would say get me to 300 because I'm at 248. So I would say get me to 300. But
Well, let's
yeah,
get you to 1k then.
yeah, I'll get me to slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, let's go. Let's dreams a bit small for now, and then we go bigger. So 300, and thanks. I was actually about to highlight that, to say if you haven't liked the stream, if you haven't subscribed and you're still watching, because sometimes people be watching the stream or they watch something and they don't realize they haven't liked. So like the stream, check that that you're liking. If you're using a mobile device, all you need to is it's accessible now. And obviously, unfortunately, YouTube has changed the color when you hit the light button from blue to a bit dark, which is unfortunate. But hey, we're the dark blue, we're royal blue, and I mean, blue is the color
For, for everybody
blue.
as well. For everybody as well who is on a mobile device, if you want to get notifications, you have to do that manually
100%,
yourselves.
100%. So you need to hit that subscribe button.
So when you press the subscribe button, you see a little notification bell. Press it to turn on all notifications for the guy's latest stream / videos, etc.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Harvey. And I really appreciate you saying that. And thanks once again for coming on UNT Bargo and obviously Deals. But yeah, I mean, does anybody have any other question? Oh, CFC for him. Thoughts on Tuku saying no to CR7? What do you guys think? I know this is gonna be tasty.
my thoughts.
I think yes, definitely good move, because at the end of the day, like it'll probably disrupt squad harmony. Like Ronaldo's such a big profile. His, no offense, but his ego is a bit, oof. Like he thinks so much of himself. He'd probably ask for the captain's armband and whatnot, when we could be giving the captain's armband to somebody who's actually worth it, and that sort of stuff. So it's a good move that we've said no, because at the end of the day, it shows that we're not going in for the best players currently, or the world class players that are still active. Because at the end of the day, I think we need to look at it proactively. Like, Ronaldo's 37, reaching on 38, and I'm thinking, Christ, like, why do we need to do a deal for a player of his age and his stature, when we could develop somebody in our own squad to be that player?
Yes, and I agree with you, Javi. To be honest, Ronaldo just think about himself, and then we had an issue with Lukaku last season,
Yep.
so being selfish, thinking about himself. So if he doesn't play, he'll cause trouble. So I don't want that anymore in our club. We should avoid that. Yes, Ronaldo is a good player, is a preferred player, but at the end of the day, man, it's 37 again. And then the way we play, we press. So do you expect Ronaldo to press? I don't think so. And so
No,
so yes,
I completely agree. I think we've dodged a big bullet there, people.
Can I just quickly say something? So, do you
Yeah.
think that if he came in, do you think he would have been creative for the club other than scoring goals?
Uh, in my opinion, if he was to come in, I think I'd like him to do more of like a mentoring role for the players that are in that department, like Kai Havertz, Werner, and Pulisic and all that. Like, teach them how to be a prolific goal scorer, like he is, and how to perfect their technique. That's the only reason I'd have him, is him to be like a mentor, and somebody to show the youngsters in our squad how to shoot and how to actually score, and be a classic finisher, a good finisher for the side. That's my only positive about it. Him just coming in, being a mentor for a season or two, not actually getting much game time, in my opinion, because like, he could help develop our strikers and our attackers to become quite versatile. So
That's
that's
fair. That's
my
fair.
only thought. That's my only positive about Ronaldo. If we were to sign him just coming in and just supporting the next generation of strikers slash attackers.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I'm gonna do this for if it's fine with you guys, for 10 more minutes, and then I'll call it a day in terms of that. I don't want this to be too long, because I mean, I do have some things I have to do, around the house as well. But I mean, yeah, it's a good discussion so far. Good question. So thank you once again, seriously, for him for that question. And I'm gonna let this be. I'm gonna see what Green Turf what it says. The show for the people. So I'm gonna let what the guests have to say, and then you guys decipher if you agree or if you disagree with them. But for me, I mean, I can understand what both of them were saying. I won't give my thoughts on it, because I've expressed my thoughts on it multiple times. I think Fahim would know about it. Cho's perspective being know about it, and I don't like to repeat myself. So I'm gonna let you guys stick to and hear what they said. But yeah, it's those were some good points, and I can agree with that, and it was well said by you guys. But yeah, I mean, let's go quickly about to conclude the stream. Let's go back to Sterling, and let's just speak about the fact that Sterling, Oh, really? Big up to you, Clifford. You're a new one as well. I'm getting new viewers, so thank you. Hit the like button if you haven't, and subscribe as well, Clifford. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Thai Talk CFC, and welcome to the Thai Talks family. Really appreciate you and hope you have a wonderful time on this journey with me. So thank you for joining, and hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and help me to get to 300. But yeah, so basically they're saying, well, Tug is a coach. He makes a decision. I trust him. That is a good point, and that is like wonderful entrance to make with that comment. Wonderful entrance, and that is 100% true. And yeah, yeah,
I think personally, Clifford's made a good point. Like we got to trust the manager's decision making. We got to trust his thought process. And I think the fan base, in my opinion, needs to sort of realise that the days of sacking managers are over. We've got an owner that's willing to back the manager over the players. Because it used to be, in my opinion, player power over the manager. Like if the players weren't playing well, the manager would get the heat for it, and then obviously getting sacked.
mm,
So the end of player power, in my opinion, is finished with this new ownership, because they're obviously backing Tuchel for, for for the players that he wants. Like he wanted Rafinha from Leeds. We put in a bid. They accepted it. Leeds accepted it, but he wanted to go to Barcelona, so that was unfortunate. So, in my opinion, the board, this new board is being supportive to Tuchel and not backing the players as much.
mm,
So that's my two pence worth on that situation. Like you just gotta look at it as a new era as such. Like the ownership is different, leadership's change and all that, and it's like need to really start to back the manager more than what we have done in the past.
mm. Yeah. So I'll go. What do you have to say? Thank you for your input, by the way, Harvey. Well said.
That's okay. I'm a passionate Chelsea fan. That was all.
Mm,
Like after getting a coach like Thomas Tuchel, I've always wanted our club to back him so that he can build his team, because he won the Champions League and the other trophies uh, with the players that he got from Chelsea. So I think now it's time for him to build his own squad, and as fans, we should support him. And again, we should just give him time, because like we can buy players and then expect them to gel at the same time. It might take time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can gel at quickly. So I think we should just be patient with Thomas Tuchel and then support him. Yes, it will be have up and downs. And man, if you're going to give Thomas Tuchel to build his team, we're going to win a lot of trophies. And yes, you said something about sucking managers and stuff. I used to hate that. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
this is Chelsea. But I'm glad now we're having new owners that. Have we?
Yeah. I'm here.
are you there,
Yeah. I'm
Tibag?
here.
Yes, I'm
Tibago?
here. I'm here. Yes, I'm here. Like,
Are you saying something that didn't cut through? I don't know if it was just me or not.
no, like I was hearing other voices, so I thought maybe Javi's talking.
No, he was just. I
So,
think he was just agreeing with what you were
I'm
saying.
listening. I'm just listening, and I'm
oh, okay,
agreeing with you.
okay.
I'm agreeing with you, because at the end of the day, like you said, we're a club that used to be a sacking culture for managers. Like if the manager had a bad run in their second season or third season, they'd instantly get sacked, and that is that really upset me as well as a fan. Like the squad harmony must have been destroyed within the squad, because there was consistent managers, interim managers, and whatnot.
And yeah, and then even the most painful one, even coach always talk about him, Carlo Ancelotti. Oh man.
Yeah, that's a painful one because at the end of the day, he was sort of starting to build something that would eventually lead on to us winning the Champions League.
Mm.
Yeah. So anyway, all I'm saying to the fans, they should be patient with our new owners, just to build a structure for the team. And Thomas Tuchel, we need to give him time to build his squad. And building a squad, you won't build a squad in one season. It takes 2 or 3 seasons. So we need to be patient with him. Hopefully, the owners will be patient with him again. Just, you know what, we're going to give you a 3 years project, and then you need to just convince us that you're a man for the job. And then hopefully he's the man for the job, because like, I love him. He's a good coach, and then he shows that. So hopefully, man, man, I'm happy, man.
I'm happy that we've actually got a decent manager now. Like at the end of the day, like if you think about it, no offense to anybody who likes Sarri, but Sarri, in my opinion, wasn't good enough for Chelsea.
Oh, we were doing so well. You were doing so well, Harvey. And then he said
Oh,
that. Said that,
oh,
man.
do you support the Maurizio Sarri as Chelsea
I mean,
manager?
I think he's one of the most overhated managers that we had. Honestly, I mean,
I
people
don't
don't.
hate him. I don't hate
No,
him.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying that, people say he wasn't good enough for Chelsea. We can say that because basically the squad that he had was basically most of it was left over of Conte. Emerson came in 2017, not 2017, 2018 in January. I think got injured and then he was and then he didn't play on the Conte. Or probably he did. I don't remember exactly, but I know that most of the players. I think only had 3 signings actually. I think Higuain was one of them. Jorginho, obviously, Kovacic, and I think we signed I don't remember who it was. It Rob Green?
I think so. Yeah.
Higuain.
Yeah, we signed Higuain on loan. Yeah, I mentioned him. Higuain, Jorginho.
Didn't we sign Kovacic on loan, and that's how
Yeah,
he became permanent.
yeah. So I mean, for me, people say he wasn't good enough, but he did go. He did well enough. We got to 2 finals, actually 2 finals. He won the Europa League, and we got to the EFL Cup final, and we lost some penalties. So I mean
Yeah.
that's it. But anyways, that's in the past in terms of Marisa. Sorry, I just want to quickly add to what you guys said before I end the stream. Let me
Okay.
quickly ask this. Let me just show this question that Clifford is asking. Thank you once again for this excellent comments as well and this question. So I'm gonna bring it up. Is it showing? Because my screen is
Yep,
frozen.
it is. It is.
Not saying it's gonna
It,
happen, but who could get sacked? Which manager should we appoint next? What do you think, Tibago? Let's start with Tibago.
Oh man, that's a tough one, man. But so far, coaches that I like, they're not proven yet. But again, I like this guy from Brighton,
oh, Graham Potter.
Graham Potter. And then I love this guy, Graham
You want?
Potter, and I love this guy from Villarreal, because Arsenal didn't give him enough chance.
No,
Oh,
man. I don't want good evening. I don't want no good evening. The only good evening I want is to see Chelsea win games on an evening. No. Let me stay at Villarreal. Match made in heaven.
I'm gonna be controversial here, and I'm gonna say Emma Hayes, Chelsea women's manager.
Oh my gosh.
Emma
And who
Hayes,
and who becomes a
women's
Chelsea
manager.
woman?
Yeah,
Ooh.
get the first woman ever to manage a men's team. Let's make history, boys. I
I
would
mean,
love.
we've won every trophy possible from the men's side. So he could make history elsewhere.
I think we can make history with a first female manager. Like that's my ultimate goal for Chelsea. I'd love them to have a female manager.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. So what do you so Emma Hayes for Harvey and good evening Unai Emery for Tobago. All right. So for me, honestly, this is a comment that I wish I didn't see come up, and there's a strong chance that this could happen. I think too we could get sacked. I don't want it to happen, but I think it could happen. But for me, if this were to happen, there's two options I would probably consider. The comment that I have up, that is one option for me, Luis Enrique. I would consider him. And I know people say like, oh, he's the Germany manager right now, but I would say Hansi Flick. Honestly, I would say Hansi Flick because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think in the future he could become a Chelsea manager, and could open the door to us having German managers. Because we've had Italian managers. Forgive me if I'm wrong. We had a Spanish manager. I know that we've had some other ones as well. So I think this opens it, and I mean we had Portuguese ones as well. In terms of what.
Well, we've had one Portuguese. We've had Jose
No,
Mourinho,
we had two
Robert.
Portuguese.
Who else? I
Jose
need to.
Mourinho and Andres Villas-Boas.
Yeah,
What do you say?
Andres Villas-Boas.
Oh my God, no! I don't manager, man. The guy was only at the. That was the most embarrassing. Did we appoint him like in when did we appoint him?
well, we appointed
I
him
think
in
we
the summer.
appointed
I
him
think.
in the summer, and then we fired him in March.
Yep,
Oh God,
because
that was
he was that
disgraceful.
bad.
Yeah. Oh, big up to you. I'm gonna steal Chelsea's perspectives. Saying, Glenn. Thank you for joining, man. I really appreciate it. You're coming over from Chelsea's perspective. Massive respect to you. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much for coming in. You've come in on the closing end, however, but thank you. Lateness is greatness. And lateness is better than never. It's better you late than you never show up. So massive respect to you and big up to you. Big up. Hope everything's well with you and thanks for coming in. Thanks for making an appearance and thank you very much. But yeah, it was a good stream. Deals unfortunately had to leave. But thanks to him. Thanks you Tobago for coming on. Thank you very much, Harvey. And I
Yep.
really do appreciate you coming on, and I hope to have you on in the future as well. So
Yeah,
thank you, big up you.
I will be back on whenever you next stream. So I will be ready and waiting. I'll be probably a regular panel
Mm,
member / guest. Because I think it's good to have everybody's perspective from all over the world. Like
mm,
I'm English. I'm from England, and I'm close to Chelsea, like the stadium and London and all that. And it's like, yeah,
mm,
I think it's good to have people with different nationalities / backgrounds and all that in the streams.
mm. Yeah, that's well said, and that is 100% true. So thank you for that, and Tobago, you it's customary for me to join when you can. So much respect to you. And by the way, although I don't think I have that much pulling factor, Tobago has a channel. So for those of you, if you don't know him, I think if my assumption is right, everybody who's probably watching still knows him. But for those who may watch this after and maybe don't know him, he has a new channel. It's already up. I was on one of his streams. He had a stream recently about kulabali. He was speaking about it, so you can check that out. And it's called the coolest show. So you're supposed to see it as well. And I'll share Harvey and Tobago's social links in the description as well after this is done rendering and everything. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to you again, Glenn, Clifford, Choice Perspective for making an appearance. Anytime podcast was here as well. So much respect to him. Fahim was here, just Viola. Much respect and thank you. I'm pretty sure there's most people as well who are watching, but they never really commented. And thank you. All of you are appreciated. And for those of you who may watch this, maybe tomorrow, next week, next year, it doesn't matter. You're always appreciated, because without support, the channel can never grow. It can never be anywhere. And without people being a part of the channel, it's pointless, because without people supporting you, I mean, it's just you talking into a screen and talking to yourself, and it's going to seem weird. So much appreciated from everybody who will be watching this after, and thanks to you all. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Have a good one, and stay safe. Keep a blue flag flying high for Chelsea fans. Peace, and I'll see you guys next time. By the way, before I end it off, do you Harvey or Sabaga, do you guys have anything you want to say before I end this?
No, you've pretty much cleared it up. You've done well for the outro. So yeah, just everybody go like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz, and have a great day, rest of your day, guys. And we will be back with you with more content, I suppose.
Yeah, Tobago, anything?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Peace, guys. I'll see you guys next time.